we had multiple agendas in the cabinet today, and some of the agendas were linked. So I will take the liberty to connect those linked agendas and just present to you in terms of decisions and issues that came in front. The first decision that was taken today in the cabinet was regarding procurement of land for tourism infrastructure, which is being done near Nong Mahir Lake in Ripoy. And this is being done, as I said, to increase the overall land bank with the state government so that tourism projects can take place. And we all know that this area, Nong Mahir Lake area, is very beautiful and very scenic and has a huge potential for tourism. And hence, with the procurement of this land, we will be able to take up tourism projects in this area. Second decision that was taken was regarding the increase in terms of the rate of tax on diesel. As you're aware that the price of diesel between Meghalaya and Assam as of now is quite high. Guwahati, the rate is 90 rupees 33 paisa, whereas in Khanapara it is 84 rupees 10 paisa. That means a difference of 6 rupees 23 paisa in diesel is there right now between Khanapara and Guwahati. And hence, obviously looking at the overall revenue for the state, we have decided to increase it in a first stage by 50 paisa. And so as I said, we will keep two things in mind. Number one, that there should be a kind of a difference in the rate so that we have a rate advantage between Guwahati market and the Ripoy and Khanapara market. And number two, that we will always keep in mind the national average so that the overall rates do not go above the national average. And we have been always maintaining that Meghalaya is, as of now, maintaining one of the lowest rates of petrol price and diesel price in the country. See, the point is that, as I said, number one, every decision will affect something or the other. There's nothing to hide about that. But the point is, if you look at the difference in the price, it's at 6 rupees right now, and hence more than 6 rupees in fact. So that's very high. Normally we have maintained a difference of about 2 to 3 rupees, and hence there is clearly a huge scope of revenue for us. We are increasing it by 50 paisa right now, and we'll see accordingly as we go along how we can maybe further reduce the gap, because as I said, a gap of 5-6 rupees is very high. It's never happened before. But yes, impact will be there marginally. I'm not saying there's going to be a huge impact or anything in the prices. It's not that we'll see complete escalation of prices. But as I said, we have to balance as a government both sides. We have to also see revenue. We need revenue generation. So therefore, this is clearly an area of revenue generation for us, and there's a reason. Seeing that huge gap, we have decided to take. The third decision that was taken was to repeal and pass an ordinance to repeal the Rajat Lal University Act 2011. As you're aware, the Rajat Lal University 2011 Act was passed in the Assembly in 2011, but for multiple reasons till 2020 the assent of the governor was not given. In 2020, finally the assent of the governor came in the month of February. But from February till now, also we're not seeing any significant move being done by the university. The private university commission that we have that regulates these private bodies have also written to the said university number of times, asking for their current status, but no satisfactory reply has come from their end. And hence, after following due process, the cabinet today, the proposal was brought to the cabinet to pass an ordinance to repeal the Rajat Lal University Act 2011. The fourth decision that was decided today was in terms of the value-added tax when it came to excise as well as to petrol and diesel. Basically, the decisions that were made, there were multiple decisions made. I'm just combining all of them. The idea being is to streamline the overall collection of the VAT. With this, there is no change in the rate, so there's no impact on the consumer. But small changes like the time within which the concerned business houses should pay the VAT collected to the government as per the collections taken place. So the timings of that have been changed. Earlier, for example, just giving you a small example, earlier, for example, in the petrol pumps, they had a period of 3 months of reconciliation for the VAT. So which means that if the VAT was collected on day 1, they could wait till day 100 to pay the VAT money collected by them already to the government. They would have about 100 days to pay that amount to the government. We have reduced that and we've made it into 30 days. So within a month's time, they have to reconcile, and whatever VAT has been collected, they should submit it to the government exchequer. So deposit it in the government account. So this kind of amendments have been made. Basically, the idea being to streamline the entire process of VAT collection, which will have no impact on the tax being levied on the consumer as such, but it will only ensure that the efficiency of the collection and the timing of the collection is streamlined. Today was regarding the Meghalaya taxi aggregator operational rules that were there. So this act was passed a very long time back, if you remember, in 2020, but the rules were not framed. Hence, we have finally framed the rules, and hence there will be a basic license fee for individuals or companies, aggregators who would like to have this service. License fee of 700 rupees per year will be charged for per vehicle, and a permit fee of 700 or 300 if they are to operate from a specific location, which means a city or a district or a region. And if they were to operate throughout the state, then the amount would be 1300 rupees as license fee, and permit would be 200 only. So permit will be 200. I'm sorry, I said 300 for the permit. Permit is 200. So apart from these permits and license fees, which these aggregators, these are for the, as you said, even the two-wheeler aggregators. So this was set. We also finalized the rates at which the vehicles, the passengers will have to can be charged. So the rate is, the proposed fare is 10 rupees for the first kilometer and 5 rupees for subsequent kilometers, and a holding charge of 4 rupees for every 5 minutes. So this has been also finalized for the bike taxi. And obviously all these rules also come with basic rules that they should follow. Like, for example, the app should be there, the GPS should be there, proper registration should be there, the identification of the driver should be available, and safety measures should be followed in every bike. So all those aspects have been put in detail in the rules, the Meghalaya taxi aggregator operational rules.